Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to Hardspace Shipbreaker. This is a game that I have been waiting for the 1.0 release of for some time. I like to play a lot of games without a lot of foreknowledge on the channel because I think the magic of discovery is part of what makes Let's Plays a lot of fun, with certain kinds of Let's Plays. This game I know quite a bit about, but I haven't actually gotten my hands on it, and I'm very excited to because it just looks like it looks so much like my kind of thing. So we're going to be out here in the hard space breaking the ships. That's what this one's about. And a little bit about outer space capitalism, which is like, I know, on this channel, what? We definitely have a theme lately. Okay, this is like an easier mode. This is the unlimited lives, but time is money. Okay, limited lives. That's a fine name for that. No limited. Okay, well, this is the one I think we probably ought to do. So let's just get in here and have the standard experience, shall we? Now, this is only the second time I've actually launched the game, so I hope everything runs smoothly. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. Deteriorated, huh? In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. I mean, it's a very dramatic presentation so far. Oh, cool. All right, update on my application status to the Shipbreaker program. Greetings, citizen LF2911805, or S? I don't know, I can't read this. Congratulations, you've been accepted into Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. Your selection was based on above average physical and cognitive ability. This must be somebody else's application. You are assigned to Salvage Station 42, designation Morrigan. Demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, and a number of exciting opportunities await you. Remember, employment in the program is at the sole discretion of the Lynx Corporation, can be revoked any time. Acts of malice or insubordination will not be tolerated. Okay, alright. Lynx work effort trafficking requires an account name. Please enter an account name before. How about this one? You know, what I like a lot about SB is you can't tell if it's profanity or not. That could stand for anything. We proudly offer our Everwork asset replacement program. Ugh. Everwork tastes real bad in my mouth. Below are the details of your selected spare package. Cloning has a 0.02% chance of DNA corruption. I guess that's low. Spares unlimited at 150,000 whatevers each. Well, we don't actually know how much that is, so... Verify the voice file you submitted in your original application. All of these are the sound of a person being struck, which I don't love. I think... I think I like 4. I think it's between 2 and 4, but I think I like 4. Select orientation scheme. Yeah, we don't need to invert. Food processors serve a variety of diet preferences. Do you want to just only have chicken? That feels... Honestly, that's limited, but if I was going to have only one food for the rest of my life, I don't know. Chicken's not a bad call. Plastic-free sounds good. Entomotarian. Well, I know what an entomologist is, which is to say that I'm not choosing that one. Yeah, plastic-free. What I would like is to not eat plastic. I wonder if I'm going to regret that. Please agree to each statement. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. Well, I have no record you can prove. I am not a member of and have never associated with a workers' union or other... I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared of having McCullough's lung. That's true, I gave them both back to him. I have no commercial or real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation-state of Arizona. It's a grim future. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. Sure, for a certain definition of positive. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to a van der Waals field. I will vote for Chancellor Chun. Yeah, okay. All right. They're really doing the thing. They've very much committed to the to some of the themes, and I really appreciate that. We are not going to skip training. I do not know what I'm doing here. They made a whole fake terms and conditions. Employee understands they must travel to a Lynx hub within 12 hours. Employment at the sole discretion of Lynx. I mean, I bet there's some humor in this, but also there's enough humor in the amount of text that they made us scroll through here. And just like a real terms and conditions, nobody's actually going to read any of this stuff, and realistically, none of it should be legally enforceable. There we go.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
I mean, what kind of space game would it be without
some... Hello, Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space. Boundless promise. Limitless resources. A brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our Ever Work program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Yeah, I want a fresh start. What I was gonna say is, what kind of space game would it be without like some banjo or some acoustic guitar or something, right? Um, you know, I really enjoyed The Expanse. And like everybody else, the thing I was thinking the entire time I was watching it was, wouldn't it be great to be a belter? Doesn't that just sound like the life? I guess. It's really the only way to explain what I'm doing here. Yeah, alright. Space to begin genetic extraction.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx Everwork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable. Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body.
Oh,
Beginning extraction now.
so that's... okay. Was that in the terms and conditions? I should have read that.
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
We sure do truck-in themes here on this channel, huh? Okay, congratulations. It is now safe to die. Asterisk. I commended the game before, and I will again on the depth of the theming. Like they're really going for it, but also I'm laughing, but it is like actually viscerally upsetting. You may now proceed with salvage training. That sounds great. I mean, first you gotta see how much we've decided you owe us, but then the salvage training, presumably. Well, you know, in light of these numbers, that 150,000 spare replacement fee really looks like nothing. I think this is... we're gonna be fine. That's not that much. Debt is a sign of being prepared. Visceral anger. This is a real thing that was actually sold to me in my youth. You can tell that this is an American space corporation because you can't even die out here for free.
All right. Breathe. You're okay. Everything's going to be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with the first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. This year's Morrigan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. All right, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above.
Way ahead of you.
That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
Okay, I was looking for those.
All right. Now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around.
Oh, okay, that's why the buttons don't do anything. There we go.
Now vertical control.
Okay, easy. I might want to rebind some of that, but...
Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints.
Oh, hey, that brake is mighty effective.
Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Till there were some complications with my last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
Yeah, the break is like, it is not gradual at all. You come to a hard stop almost immediately, which I imagine is something we're going to need.
All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're going to clean this crap up. I'm going to activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just...
Okay.
There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying, these things are hot as all get out. So, try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go. Move one of these pieces into either furnace.
That's not what I'm supposed to do. I see.
When you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
I imagine most of the things we're going to be working with are going to be heavier than me. Push. There we go.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
How do I... In the cinematic, they showed the grapple beam... Oh, it is not very accurate. Give me this thing. There we go. In the cinematic, they showed it, like, linking multiple objects. I do like getting to, like, whip stuff around. That's very fun. Maybe that's something we have to unlock. There we go. That's not actually going to get in there, I think. We'll give it a little... Oh, no, never mind. It's cool.
Accepted. Credits assigned.
I should have held it. I should have whipped it over there and then given it a shove. There we go. Yeah, that's trickier than I thought it was going to be. I kind of assumed it was going to auto-aim for us a little bit. But I guess, were that the case, what is it exactly that you would be doing? If the gun could aim for you, they would just send the gun out. Okay. Are we good? Did I miss any? Am I supposed to move these larger pieces? Doesn't seem like I have a huge amount of ability to move them around. Yeah, even when I execute the push, it just mostly pushes me, which I guess that's, you know, that's about what he told us would happen, except in the other direction. Did he tell me to do something? You know what? You know what, though? I do kind of want to see. 150,000 is hardly anything, right? I kind of do want to see. Let's just find out. Let's just find out one time. We just need to know one time. And this will be the only time we die during the whole thing. So.
Cover 9346-52. Your vital signs have been lost. Please reboot your monitor.
Reason for replacement, you were incinerated. That's fair. Furnace temperatures are far above those recommended for the human body. That's, I mean, there's still a me around to build.
All right. Breathe. You okay? Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best of us. Always good to review your spare replacement form. See how you can avoid future mishaps. Too many spares will rack up the debt, and that's how they get you. Okay, let's get back to work. Weaver out.
Okay. So that's what happens, and that's, you know, we wouldn't have seen it at all otherwise on account of how flawlessly I'm going to play from here. So it was good to check it out. Do I exert any force on it at all? No. Okay, when I'm not grappling with it actively. Yeah, it just does nothing. Okay. Well... Do we ever tell us what we were supposed to be doing next? Because it feels like I did the thing I was supposed to do there, but then... Is there a current objective display? Did I not listen to a critical instruction, perhaps? Me? Couldn't be. I'm kind of, like, curious to play with this thing. Okay, so you can wind the grapple through an object. You can also get yourself going pretty fast here. And I damn near impacted my, my whole spinal column on that. So that's good to know. So you can use the grapple to get yourself moving pretty fast, but it is not allowing me to move any of this stuff. Did I fail to fully incinerate something? Is something still alive but just near the mouth of the incinerator? I don't think so. Well, I hate to, like, restart the tutorial. Probably what I'll do is I'll restart the tutorial and I'll just cut and loop y'all back in when I get to the end of this step and do it correctly. So, see you in a second here.
Cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
Okay, so what actually happened there was I paused the recording, and then I thought, you know what? I didn't actually use the grapple at any point, and progress on the earlier parts of the tutorial was gated by actually doing each of the things shown in the lower left. So I was like, I wonder if I just grapple completely unnecessarily, because there's no reason to do that during this stage of the tutorial, will that move it along? And sure enough, it did, but I didn't have the presence of mind to turn the recording back on before testing that. So, sorry about the hitch there. Anyway, the scanner. Cannot cut or grapple while in scan mode. Good to know.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool.
Okay, so to be clear, we have a tool selector tool menu that is not accessed with the T button. You use the T button to access the scanner, where I guess the T is for the word "the" in the phrase "the scanner." All right, this is a little counterintuitive. I am holding R right now. That's interesting. So I can flip in and out of the scanner, but holding the tool... Oh, holding R does not open the tool menu.
Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Okay. How do I... So yeah, I can't open the tool menu. For whatever reason, that's not working, but I can switch between my tools with the number keys, like the weapons in an FPS. So that's something. That at least worked. Mouse... So, okay, I have this mode, which is not the mode that he's talking about. How else do I make this thing function? You can hear when I hit R, it gives me like a "you can't do that" sound. Oh, there we go. I guess maybe I just wasn't close enough.
Okay. Let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
Okay.
all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
Okay, still can't open the tool menu. The controls are a little finicky. The tools, the equipment is a little finicky. Oh, that's not a... All right, come on. Trying to get the physics moving in the right direction here. Yeah, with objects that are a little bit heavier like this, the push doesn't do quite what I would like it to do. Instead of just bouncing the whole object, it actually does execute like a push on exactly where you're aimed at. And that is what it should do, but alright, I'm not gonna process myself. I'm just exerting force on the the processor's hungry. Processor's definitely pulling me in.
Okay. We're almost done getting this thing in shape.
Boosters?
Let's go after that.
Shit. Okay.
Entering rest mode. Your daily performance feedback will be available shortly in the Lynx assessment portal.
Alright, I got slightly processed. A tiny bit processed. So it turns out you can't really just go right up to the mouth of one of those things because they suck you in. They're very hungry. Of course, yeah, I was fired because I damaged equipment. That makes sense. The processor is incompatible with organic material. Incidentally...
So, Cutter, I'll say one thing. You certainly ain't afraid of dying. You might want to try and keep your spares to a minimum if you want to pull yourself out of debt. Now, this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're going to have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool.
Well, that's exciting.
Slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
We are now told target must be within range to make a cut. Still not allowed to open the tool menu, though. Alright, that's fine.
Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Okay, that's very satisfying. So if I look at stuff in the scanner, does it indicate whether it is still too heavy for me to move? It doesn't look like it, because I have to imagine, like, these pieces are grabbable, right? Yeah, for sure. Well, that'll get over there eventually.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Just keep shoving. Yeah, listen, precision is unnecessary when you have force. Everybody knows that. Well, okay.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in and we'll get started.
You know what? It's not showing the salvage thing either. Is there maybe? Okay, well, see, now that seems like a problem. Am I supposed to have had a HUD this whole time? Oh, see, and then if I hold R, yeah, all right. Okay. Well, welcome to what the game's supposed to look like. We'll figure it out eventually, you know? Actually, hold up. I am curious about something now. Okay, so there's a little bit more information in the scanner. I was kind of wondering if we would maybe get a little bit more detail. Maybe, I don't know, there could be like a tooltip style pop-up on things telling us, this is, how close is this to the too heavy threshold or whatever. But no, it doesn't look like it. Okay, everything's fine. I'm good at flying, and everything is good and fine now. How are you? Well, we did it, and I only died a couple of times during the tutorial, so I'm sure this is going to be easy from here.
New certification level attained. License level increased.
The prestigious rank of basic certification. Boy, it sure is a good thing that death is a fresh start. Turns out, I could use one, or a couple, frankly. If you're out of thruster fuel, you can use your grapple or your hands to move around, says the employee handbook. That's a terrifying prospect.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
Can I not? Oh, okay. It's like, you move around like mist in here. You don't actually have free 3D. That's wild. Why is that like that? Okay, it's fine. Just weird.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. But sleep tight there, Cutter.
Do I still need sleep? I feel like if they're gonna build me a new body and everything, they could have done some upgrades while they were in there, even just for their own sake, right?
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
Oh, all right. I pressed the wake up button, but instead it checked my email. Oh, we have links tokens. Don't know what those are for. We have so much mail. Unread messages will incur an hourly data storage fee after 10 days. Okay. Well, I'm not allowed to open anything, so here we go. Minimum payments are due by 10 a.m. Solar Standard Time each day. Failure to pay on time is considered a breach of contract, because of course it is.
Rise and shine, Cutter. Hope you feel well rested. Ready to continue your training? Okay. Let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now, let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
Yeah, I'll be right with you. Weaver's very chatty. Honestly, this one's pretty cool, I guess. Relative, cool relative. Wait, no, how do I... There we go. So I am not allowed to eat. Not that I, I lost my appetite, is the thing. Okay, here we go. That other screen is just to show me that I have unread messages. It's not how you read them, obviously.
Clear as mud? Don't worry. I'm here to walk you through the process. Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers. Most of them are willing to help you out, too. All right. Let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
The certification system is our proprietary career progression tool for all of our shipbreakers, because we gamified work because we didn't think you hated games enough. View it in the Hab terminal as a guide to gain access to more tools and stuff. Okay. We're not going to read all of these in great detail. The scanner, structure mode. Structure mode is pre-installed on every cross-spectrum scanner unit. Mode is a core part of your Shipbreaker toolkit. It's the default when you activate your scanner. It's a weird thing to send me an email about. Employee Financial Relief Program. Everything important and good in this world comes with a price. It doesn't have to, but we've ensured that it does. Each privileged person who joins our family to become a shipbreaker comes with significant costs. Fortunately, Lynx shoulders the burden of these costs temporarily in order to let you hit the ground running and begin training stress-free. That's what I'm feeling right now. All my stress just got incinerated right out of me. Okay. Value earned as a shipbreaker will be automatically deducted from the amount you owe. So relief is being used there in an even more euphemistic way than usual. Lynx is proud to introduce the all-new salvage goal system. I wonder if this is like, if what we're seeing here is these are the different phases that the early access went through or something. The Kleinco Mackerel is the most common ship model in the colonies. The light cargo model is used for civilian cargo. The station hopper is outfitted with ad terminals. Electrical safety is advised. Our ships are simply the best. Recent safety reports are wrong. Listen, I'm not interested in facts or reality here. In 2291, when Lynx rolled out the life-changing EverWork asset replacement program, we achieved what other companies have not, making work safer, and allowing learning and growth without the risk of permanent death. With a noble profession such as shipbreaking, unplanned death is a natural part of the job, and our shipbreakers have barely faced the often arduous challenges and risks of their important work. Bravely faced. However, Lynx cares about the well-being and growth of our family. The introduction of EverWork spares to replace damaged or destroyed bodies allows you to fail safely, ensuring another day in the yard and another shot at improving your skills. For only a minimal fee, sophisticated monitoring systems in your suit will watch out for excessive bodily harm, triggering generation of a spare upon unfortunate workplace mishaps. Yeah, okay, I think we get the idea. Presence transfer protocol has a small margin of error, identity shift, etc. A medically benign process with minimal impact on your working ability. Cool, great, excellent. So happy to be here. So, okay, right now we are 2. When we move up to 3, our ship hazard level will jump by a couple. Okay, and it looks like there's actually a lot of stuff to unlock. I don't know for sure that I'm going to do the whole game on camera, just because I'm a little worried about it maybe getting a tiny bit repetitive, but we'll certainly do a bunch here, and we'll see. Maybe they keep it fresh enough that it'll be entertaining the whole way through. So over here in the equipment room, can I do anything of value? I can play with my posters. I do love my Lynx brand corporate approved decor. Nope, can't mess with my tools at all. There is a thing for it. I'm just not allowed to touch it yet. So I guess there's really nothing to do but start the shift. These all have buttons attached to them, but also you just click
shows
everything.
which ships you have access to. Each morning, you can choose to continue working on the ship you got or start a fresh one. Go ahead and claim one, and we'll get to work.
Okay, well, of the ones in the bay, this one has the highest value. Also, it's the top, which this is the one they want us to choose. So let's do it. Claiming a ship will clear the salvage bay. All remaining salvage will be forfeit to Lynx. Good enough for me.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace.
Okay.
Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way and start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing and giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter. Weaver out.
Yeah, it turns out to be super helpful to have the HUD on. Who would have thought? Okay, so I need to break this stuff up some. Oh, okay. That's really neat. They should show you the scanner on a real ship first so that you get how cool it is. So how do we access the cut points? I mean, I could just go in through the bulkhead, I suppose. Is that the least damaging way to do it? How? Hold on a second. Is this glass here? Glass goes in the furnace. Give me my cutter. I'm just gonna make a terrible mess of this whole thing. I'm just gonna chop it. I'm gonna rotate a little bit and just like try to chop at the edges of the glass here. Okay, it doesn't cut exactly where I told it to, which is kind of annoying, just like a little bit. Or rather, there's a little bit of a discontinuity, I guess, between my my aim and the reality of space. All right, you come with me into the. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. Into the furnace with you. That'll get in there.
Material deposited.
Okay. And I suppose let's just let ourselves in and start doing structural work. Oh, yeah. Actually, this rules. Actually, this is very good, and I'm extremely happy about it. Okay. So we're still going to have to cut away these panels. But this is exactly what I was... This is what I was excited about, if y'all were wondering. Okay. Just... I don't know if it matters, like... I don't know if the amount of money we're going to make per component is based on how clean to the edge my cuts are or anything, you know? Like, it might be the case that I can just kind of like... I can not take this so seriously, and we'll just get paid the same amount. That's too much. That makes sense. Let's divide it at the middle as well.
I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first. But trust me, soon enough, you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like nothing. Got my start, salvaging back down Earthside, in the droid scrapping biz. You know what made me come up here? One day, we got a batch of this particular model in, one of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything. We almost never saw people-looking ones like that. They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them, mothballed for, 20 years or so, since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing, but all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway,
oh shit, fuck.
I'll clear the channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter. We were out.
You know, I knew it was getting hot, but I just didn't... Okay. That's on me. It just didn't occur to me that it was actually going to catch me on fire. There's no air in here, right? So, like... I mean, I don't think there's air in here. I feel pretty depressurized, personally. Okay, so we can, like, cut away... And it's probably best I try to, like, leave things as intact as possible until they are being processed, right? Okay, alright. I'm gonna take that warning more seriously now. I mean, I think I'm okay. No permanent damage done, although... In this context, what would permanent even mean? Shit. Alright. There we go. Yeah, that's very satisfying to, like... to take the weld points off and have it just float apart, and then we chop it up and throw it in the... Yeah, I'm into this. I like it very much. I'm assuming this is too heavy to move. Yeah? Oh. Remarkably, no. Ooh, I'm not confident that's going to go where I want it to go. Well, we can give it a little bit of a push here.
Raw material deposited.
All right. That is a nanocarbon particle panel. That one goes in the salvage thing. And it is really, like, it is very cool to get the, to have to get the physics of it right.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
It's quite satisfying to maneuver things around, even though I am obviously very terrible at it. It'll be fun to get better, too. Okay, so cut away all the structural members on this side. I've said this in a number of series already, but I am very much like a sucker for this, like, acoustic guitar, space trucker aesthetic. And I mean, obviously, that's not some, like, wild admission. It's a very popular thing. So this outer panel now is mostly disconnected. We could cut it away. I kind of want to take out all of the welds, though, and see how much of the ship's just going to drift apart. So can I get back inside? Learning sort of like the feel of these things. The different ships. I imagine it's going to be really important to being able to do this quickly. And it's worth noting that although we are playing right now in a mission that does not, as far as I can tell, have a timer, I did not put us in the no timers mode, so presumably there will be timers at some point. What's this stuff? I don't know. Guess it's not important. So I'm looking forward to having a mostly very chill time here that is occasionally interrupted by, oops, I set myself on fire, you know? And then, of course, the mentions of the infinite crushing pressure that I am under, thanks to the horrors of even later stage capitalism. Okay, so I chopped all of that. Those panels are out. I did miss one. I was going to say, I was feeling like this thing had come apart a little bit more than that. There we go. Yeah. Now, let's start moving some of this stuff to the processor. So I do not have, it seems like, we must not have the ability to do the multiple linked objects move that we saw in the cinematic. That's fine. We'll get there. Swing and a miss. Come on. I am being very respectful of the mouth of the processor, staying well away.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Yeah, I mean, that by itself was 39K. Okay. Still a little clumsy here. Something I will work out. Scanner says there are welds here. Maybe they're more accessible from the other side? I'm trying not to chop stuff up too much for the moment. Just trying to like get a working understanding of the design of the ship. Oh, yeah. Okay. It is super fun to like lasso the stuff around. What's a thruster cap worth?
Valuable object processed.
Holy hell.
Credit awarded.
All right. Pick ships with more thruster caps in the future. I see. Oh, I'm losing it. That'll end up in there. Yeah. Okay.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Oh, cool. But what if I used the whole euphemism? Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. That's gonna get there. That's fine. Come here, you.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Yeah, these fancy panels with the shaping are worth a surprising amount. Come on. This way. A little bit more. Off the wall. That's fine. That'll do it. Alright, what else is loose here? No, that's definitely... pieces are coming off, but it's not chopped apart enough for me to be able to move that. This panel could probably be pulled. I need to brake because I'm not looking where I'm going, and I'm gonna hurl myself into the processor. Yep, I sure was. Shit. Let me reel this thing in a little bit. Okay, do that. No? Alright, come here. Ooh, I'm pulling myself toward it at least as much as I'm pulling it toward me. Although it is moving. You let one of these things get away from you, and they are a nightmare to wrangle. There we go. That'll do it. So yeah, we did strip all the exterior hull plating off pretty easily here.
Deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
So I wasn't looking at the terminal closely enough. I don't even know if this information was available to us. To know exactly what is attached to each salvage goal. But I mean, obviously, I'd like to get to 5.
Valuable object processed.
Seems pretty doable.
Credits deposited.
So, got this sort of like inner thing away from the hull panels. These should be loose though, right? Like I should be able to. Yeah. I got a hold of this. Stuff doesn't fall apart quite as dramatically as you might hope on account of the 0G and everything, but we did a pretty thorough job on those welds. just gonna... Ugh. I have to go a lot slower than I want to. You can only drag things so much at a time. So see, this thing has a cut level displayed on it,
Processing object.
where the
Apply
cut level
credit to account.
is 2 blocks full out of 5? I wonder if there's like harder materials that we just need an upgraded cutter to even break into. Or if it's rating how well I did. Well, this thing was cut by just removing its welds though, right? Not by
Valuable object processed. Credit
Oh.
awarded.
destroyed glass that was worth something. Yeah, that glass was supposed to go in the furnace. That was the piece that had what was left of the... Okay. Well, there you go. We figured out a way that it does matter if we cut. So is the red at the bar, the red at the end of the bar up above, showing how much I have destroyed instead of salvaging? Because I don't think it was quite that long before we burned that glass. Or rather, didn't. The problem is precisely that I did not burn the glass, right? That'll get it there.
Object processed. Transferring credits. Salvage goal obtained.
I really do like the thumbs up. The thumbs up is very good. I mean, I'm sure we get more rank progress, right? Per reward threshold reached. As what's his name was telling us, Weaver. So I guess that's good enough reason. Alright, so this stuff is mostly furnace stuff. We do have another panel here. Do we need to make any cuts on this panel? Is this piece all panel? Yeah, alright. I think it's near some stuff that needs to go in the furnace, but it's not actually attached to that stuff anymore. Hard break in space there to avoid hurling myself into a furnace accidentally. Presumably our tools get more powerful, because again, like that, they showed us that cinematic of that Shipbreaker really chopping and moving that stuff in a very efficient way, and I do not feel like that is a capability that these tools have, even if I was better at using them. Like the angle of force that he was able to apply to that set of panels. That'll do. Alright, let's grab the the various metals here. I'm doing my level best to break, but this thing is exerting a non-zero amount of force.
Object accepted for processing.
It's moving. Although I did also hit myself with it. Maybe we should chop it. It is pretty big. But what if, instead of chopping it, I was really lazy? Okay, yeah, that didn't actually move it at all. Fine. So, in theory, with this stuff, since I'm not breaking a line between, like, things that need to be placed in different containers, in theory, it shouldn't matter how much is on each side of the cut, because it's all going in the furnace. It's just a matter of how light I'm making it to move it on its way to the furnace, right? Are these things... No, these things are not gonna burn to the other mode, right? No. But I could potentially just chop them. Let's see. Ah! Yes, they are choppable, but not with this grade of cutter. So I did enough damage there to actually erase some usable materials. And this is still not actually free. There we go. Yeah, moving heavy objects just ain't worth it. Also,
Raw material deposited.
hold on here.
Transferring credits.
So this door, I would like to get loose if possible. Oh shoot, that really moved. Well, that's gone. Partial credit. Yeah, it is so much easier to move lighter stuff that maybe I should have been chopping all of those panels.
Deposit accepted.
Because again, if it's all going to the same place anyway, right? It shouldn't matter too much. This is furnace stuff. Yeah, okay. More chopping, very important. Alright, I still have a panel here that somehow is not disconnected. Ah, because I am bad at my job. That'll do it. So this is one of those things where I could cut it. Let's perhaps give it a little cut. Just a tiny little sorta right in the middle style. I want that to drift out of the way. Huh. Not getting an indication that this even is cuttable. Okay. Well, never mind. That's above my grade.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Well, we're getting real close to that final threshold at least. Is that gonna... let's maybe correct its path just a little bit. That'll get close enough. As we know from direct personal experience, the mouth of the processor will do a lot of the work for us if we let it.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
And I'm sure over time I'll get a better sense for like what the mass that we can move easily really is. So yeah, some of this stuff is way heavier, you know what I mean, more massive than the rest of it.
Raw material accepted.
Did kind of a lot of damage there, but I'm trying to just like... trying to hack this enough to make it easier to move. I don't know if this is actually... there's a lot more drifting there than I wanted. So you're gonna, if you're trying to cut this stuff down much more, you're gonna end up doing kind of a Frankenstein job to it, right? Like, oof. could end up in the furnace. So a thing we learned there is it seems like different... Ow. The reel is very powerful on light objects. Different pieces of the thing have different heat tolerances, and we absolutely can just incinerate bits of it, even beyond the damage that we do by actually cutting. So that's a problem. Yeah, still too heavy. Let's do some, I'm kind of curious here. Let's get real close. I'm gonna try to cut away this, like, outer frame bit. It seemed like it lit up real easily. I'm wondering if I can just... Yeah, alright. It's not marked in my scanner as being that easy to remove. And we are losing credits when we do it, but also disconnecting these pieces is a high priority for me. Okay. Why is this not... Because that's not the tool, silly. Alright. So what I want to do is just chop this whole thing. I'm trying to break this, this big framework into two pieces, which I think should be the case now. Yeah, no more structural connection. Are these movable yet? Just testing the limits of our thing here, and the answer is yes. And everything that's attached to this is furnace material. That's perhaps not the most ideal way to do that. Okay. That might be enough to get us to that fifth threshold right there, because that's a lot of pieces.
Material accepted.
Yeah, it's taking it like bit by bit as it crosses the threshold.
All salvage goals have been met. Rewards maximized.
But I'm gonna make Weaver proud. I'm gonna use the whole thing. This is probably the only time we will bother to do this. Okay, there we go. That should all get in there pretty quickly.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Get in there.
Object accepted for processing.
Okay.
Credits deposited.
For some reason, that unlocked a sticker. And we've done it. In general, we're not going to want to spend anywhere near that long on an individual ship, but was this sort of, you know, getting the handrails of it. I think I understand the basics now. So, okay, MP and LT. We know LT are links tokens. MP is something that we definitely care about. Also, there's like the raw cash value of the pieces, I guess, which is probably applied to our debt. And these, so every little bit that you save does matter in terms of debt, but these thresholds are for the points.
New certification level has been achieved. License level increased.
Okay. I think the nodes might scream when you kill them. Oh, ghost ship. There's... Okay. All right. Stuff yet to discover, yeah?
Good morning, Cutter. It's time to begin your workday.
Ah, all right. Well, we did in fact get a sticker. View more in your sticker app. Where's my sticker app? How do I...
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
All right, you just hold on a second. I want to know how to play with my stickers. Also, I want to look out the window. I mean, it's pretty. There's no two ways about that. We got 4 new messages, really? Now we're allowed to access the heavy mackerels. Grapple strength can be upgraded to improve handling of these heavy structural elements. Seems like a thing worth doing. On behalf of my former colleague Grenda, who was the last person quoted, we apologize for misstating the fuel efficiency of this model. In fact, it is positively adequate for the transport needs of many companies. Hazards. Fire. Lynx is committed to ensuring shipbreakers are exposed to hazard levels in ships only according to their proficiency level and median estimated emotional adjustment time should death occur related to these hazards. Yeah, okay, don't die in a fire. I imagine I would be very emotional after dying in a fire. The Lynx kiosk is your one-stop shop for all your shipbreaking needs. Dispenses all the items that any self-respecting shipbreaker wouldn't leave the hab without. So we're going to have to buy upgrades to our equipment, aren't we? Suit patch kits, asterisk. Okay. All these are available for purchase at market rates and already factor in your 1.7% employee discount on Tuesdays. From Shipbreaker 359120. Have you felt the warmth? Ooh, it burns. Flesh, skin, soul. Have you felt his warmth yet, my friends? What a privilege it is to be walking in his light, to feel the touch of the furnace god on our skins, the purest way to be reborn. Okay, well, I have a question that I don't think has been made clear to us yet. When we die, do the new spares have memories up to the moment of death from the previous spare? Or do they refresh from the backup that is made at night? Because, you know, whether or not I felt the touch of the furnace god is dependent on the answer to that question. The first time he took me, it was the first time I died, too. His pull, stronger than any other, engulfed me, cradled me. His fire burning with the life of 1,000 suns. What more could one ask for than to experience the cleansing fire and live to see another day? Is there a purer death? I mean, it wasn't the first time this person died, though, right? Because they died when they got genetically extracted. I could see all he sees. I could feel his hunger, his warmth in the cold vastness of the universe. It is where he gives life. Oh, Agnipath? Agnipath. Once I had known his touch, I knew it was the way. I know your struggles, fellow cutters. It is a dangerous job, after all, but the furnace god is just. His fire washes away all injuries if you so choose to embrace his warmth. I guess that's true. All flaws inflicted by our daily chores shall be gone if only you choose to go into his light. So they just let them send stuff like this, huh? Well, now that's interesting. We'll just file that under Furnace God. All right. Before we call the episode here, let's go have a look at this thing, the equipment terminal. So here's our sticker thing. Oh, I see. I can put them on the tools. Yeah, I'll put this on. Yeah. Are we gonna see that thing ever? I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. But we are not allowed to do any equipment upgrading, but that is where we will do it. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, I think that right there is where we're going to call it for today, and thank y'all so much for watching. When you come back next time, apparently, there's a non-zero chance that I'm going to die in a fire, and maybe this time it won't even be on purpose. and we'll see you then.